Well, good evening, gang, and welcome to It's All About Arts. My name is Glenn Williams. I'm your host, and to my right and to your left, of course, is the lovely Valerie Eliason. Hi, Val. How are you?
Hey, Glenn. I'm great. How are you?
Good to see you. We haven't been here in a couple of weeks, but we're here tonight, and we're coming to you live from our beautiful Studio B here at BNN-TV. And you're more than welcome to join us if you'd like. We're at 617-708-3290. Davey and the great staff of BNN are in the other room answering the phones. Give us a call. Let us know what's going on. So how are you?
I'm great. I had a great weekend, great Labor Day weekend.
How was your Labor Day weekend? Nice? You got,
It was really nice.
Yeah, we got to hang out and kind of relax, and you know, it was good to put our feet up for a couple of days.
Perfect weather,
It was really, really nice to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to go down to Rhode Island with the family.
Nice.
My aunt and uncle have a crab boil every Labor Day
Oh,
weekend.
nice.
I eat my body weight in crab meat.
Oh.
It was good.
That's a lot of crab.
It's a lot of crab.
Big congratulations out to the gang out in Roslindale for the first annual Roslindale Day Porch Fest.
That was awesome.
I was so happy to see you guys.
You did such a good job.
Thank you.
You you were one of those main players.
Well, we had a great. The way it worked out was that the Roslindale Arts Alliance, which is Janice and my organization, were the nonprofit that put the thing together. But Andy Hollinger and Brian and there was a lot of people that got involved, helping out what they could here and there, and we pulled it off.
Over 50 porches?
50 porches, about 60 bands.
I was psyched to see you play.
Oh, thank you. I was really happy to see you coming up the street. I was that guy who kind of plugged in a couple of places because we had more porches than we had bands.
Oh, okay.
So because some of the porches had 3 bands, some had 2. So there were a couple of porches that didn't have anybody. So I threw myself in at a couple of places, and I want to thank the hosts that I had. They were very gracious. The first place I played at, we had about 20 people, 25 people that came and listened for the whole time. It was great.
Yeah.
Then I played again at 4:30 in another part of Roslindale, and we had about 30 people. So it was nice. And the thing about organizing these type of things with Andy and I, if you're going to play, you can't get around to check out what's been going on, you know. But I had that little window in between. I played 1:30 to 2:30. Then I had like this hour and a half
So like
off.
3 time slots, basically.
Yeah. So I wasn't playing in the middle time slot, so I got to drive around, and I had my window open, and you could hear music everywhere.
Every street you turned down.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice. Did you get to go anyplace else besides, where was I? Cohasset Street?
You were on 39 Cohasset Street.
Cohasset, I was there, and did you get to go to any place else?
A couple other places. There was a jazz performance in the last time slot, just like a block away from where I am on Walter Street.
Yeah.
And then we drove by sort of rock and roll performance going on. I forget what street it was on, but it was just took the long way, windy way home, and just stopped and listened. And
if you go to the Porch Fest website, or go to the Facebook page, there are a ton of pictures of what people were doing, and you know, one of the things that I enjoyed about this event was that it's a community event.
Yes.
So the second porch that I played at was at a house of people that are new to the neighborhood, and they used it as a get to know your neighbor type thing.
That's awesome.
So right at the end of mine, they had invited all of their neighbors to come and have an open house at their house, but everyone was out for the show.
Yeah.
Because I was one of the only ones playing on that street, so it was kind of nice to get kind of caught of that little market.
Yeah.
And people got to know each other. People had fun. There were people even dancing, and so it was kind of a great event. So I want to thank everybody that came out and participated and got involved, and we're going to do it again next year.
Yeah, it's probably going to be double the size next year.
That's going to be scary. You know, one of the things that people said was, "Oh, I couldn't get to go see everybody," and I know that is a part of it that's difficult, but you know, it's hard to have it any longer than we had it. I mean, I think 1:30 to 5:30 was a good time slot. You don't want to go any later in the day. People are kind of breaking up and going to do their kind of Saturday night thing.
Yeah.
And it's nice right after the farmers market because then people, you know, they're in the square anyway,
Already
so they
down
can
there,
kind of
yeah.
move out and do some stuff. But it was fun to see.
Yeah. I thought it was great. It's nice to have a variety of, you know, be able to look through and see, oh, I haven't seen jazz in a while, or I haven't seen folk in a while. I thought there was an incredible selection.
Yeah.
Even at the farmers market, I had a couple of people running up to me, have you heard about Porch Fest? And I was like, I have.
That's great. Well, we had Celtic music, we had classical music, we had all kinds of jazz, we had all kinds of singer-songwriter type people. Jeff Margulis sat on a porch and played these original Indian flutes. So he sat on a rug on the porch and people all around him surrounding. He just sat there and played. People were just enjoying it.
That sounds wonderful.
Tim Casey, Dr. X from Low Budget Records, actually did a recording session.
It was like electronic music,
Electronic
right?
ambient music, but he was recording people coming by, saying things into these mics that he had set up. You could hear the buses going by, you could hear the trains going by. So he's making an ambient album out of what he did, and it's going to be called, I guess, well, he's going to call it, it's going to be Porch Fest. It's going to be, here's what it was like to be at Rosendale, you know, the Porch Fest. So it was a lot of fun.
That's awesome. I love ambient music. I feel like it doesn't get enough credit for how awesome it is.
It really doesn't. And I use it when I'm studying, you know, and I kind of have it on in the background, and it really calms me down and lets me concentrate a little bit.
Yeah.
I tried doing a little bit of my homework watching the football games yesterday. It didn't work. I was not successful. I got done, but it just didn't work out. I shouldn't have done that. So what else is new with you? You know, I've seen you, but we haven't talked.
I know. It's been running around in business. We
went to a dance recital over in, what was the name of the group that put it on?
The Illuminarium.
Illuminarium
Dance Company.
They were on the show about a month ago.
Yep, Kim and Merle.
Yes,
Yep.
and what they were doing is they invited everybody over to the dance complex over in Cambridge on Mass Ave in Central Square, and for 24 hours, I mean, these 6 dance troupes showed up from all over the place, and they pulled out of a hat things like
Student Loan.
Student Loan, one of my favorites.
That was a good one.
Yeah, Cat and Mouse, these different kinds of themes type of thing.
Yeah.
And they had 24 hours to write a dance performance. Or
choreograph it and rehearse it.
Pick the music and all that. But the fascinating thing that they did was they did it live streamed on their website.
Yep.
So at any point during that, you could have gone on and clicked onto one of the rehearsal rooms and seen them battling through the challenges they have to go through to get these things done. And then they did 2 performances in the main room at the dance complex, and we went to the second one.
Oh, yes.
We were completely blown away. It was fabulous.
You could tell they were running on fumes for that last performance, but oh my gosh, they were. I think Student Loan was my favorite one.
Student Loan was a good one because it's something we all can associate with.
It's very interpretive, and it was great.
And then another one that I really, really liked was these 2 women dressed in black. They were kind of laying on the ground and rubbing their hair. And they didn't tell us what the theme was. We had to kind of figure it out. And then 2 other dancers would come out with tap shoes on and tap. And then they would look up, the other 2 would look up and look around and go back to, it was cat and mouse.
Yep.
It was so, but I enjoyed it.
It was good.
Yeah, I like modern dance. I like interpretive dance.
The intimate setting was
very nice setting. I'd never been in there before.
Neither had I.
Yeah, it was really, really nice, and well, it was fun.
It was great.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Kim and Marilee, for inviting us to that. We look forward to coming to more of your performances. It was awesome. They're so kind and generous.
They're very nice people.
Yeah.
Very nice. And I love having them on the show, and they'll be back.
Oh, yeah.
There's no question they'll be making. Today's a special show.
Yes.
We've got the gallery today. We're going to be going out and checking out the gallery today. There's some great photography by a great photographer. of some historic of views of the city of Boston. And Patti Lee is here to talk about it, and we're going to sit and discuss with her. But we're also going to take a walk out into the gallery and
see some of the great pieces.
See some of the work out there. So, so please stay tuned for that. We got a gallery opening going on out there now. So we'll check that out in a little while.
Right.
What else is going on? Anything? Are you going to be in open studios this year? You're going to skip it another year?
I went to go sign up for it. I missed the deadline.
You missed the deadline?
Yeah, I went a couple weeks ago. I didn't realize that the deadline was early August. I went online like a week after. I just missed
Well, it's
it.
such a big event now that it's difficult to, get in.
Yeah.
You know,
That's all bummed.
they got to close it early because it's such a big onslaught. But this weekend is Jamaica Plains.
That's right.
Open studio this weekend. So make sure you get out there in Jamaica Plains. Jamaica Plains has been doing open studios for many years now, and they have it down.
Oh, yes.
They have it down. And if you get into the Elliott Street area or anywhere around the monument, it branches out all over the place. Another great place is the brewery to go to down off of Amory Street.
Yes, I love that place.
There's some great artists that are going to be showing there. Many of them have been on this program.
They just had their music festival same day as the Porch Fest.
Yes, they did.
This past weekend.
Yep, they had the Music and Art Festival, and which was a big success. The city is just booming. There's so many things going on in this city. I don't know how you keep up with it.
It's exhausting, but in the best way possible.
I know. So there's all kinds of, and congratulations to the guys over in Jamaica Plains. They pulled off another great event.
Yep.
And we didn't book it on purpose at the same day, but we kind of thought it through and said, well, let's see if we can, draw some people. And what we did was we turned Porch Fest into a real Rosendale event. JP's done it for a couple of years, and we thought that Rosendale, having so many musicians and so many music lovers and people who are proud of their porches.
Yep. And they're so close. I mean, they're.
Well, this is the thing about Rosendale. Rosendale is really kind of this mazes. The streets are really kind of set up in this. It's a walking little town.
Oh, it absolutely is.
So it's kind of easy to get around and check out, especially if you're starting in Rosendale Square. The two places that I played were within blocks of Adams Park. So it was kind of easy for people to get around and get to those venues. One of the things that I didn't get to see, but I understand was a real huge success, was we had a young magician that was performing, and he did a lot of up close, and he had a big crowd around him. So
bummed I missed that one.
It was fun. It was fun. Well, anyways, enough of that. We're back on the air here at BNN, and we're happy to be back. It's been a little vacation since Labor Day, but we're geared to go. We're booked right through January.
Oh, I know.
So we've got lots of great shows coming up, and we're kind of excited about it. But this is our first show of September.
Yep, fall's here.
September show, so
here.
the fall time is here. School is back. I had the little kids for the first time today. 2 years, 2.9-year-olds.
2.9-year-olds.
Yeah, well, there's a line that they'll legally say where you can. I don't know. But 2.9 and 3-year-olds today.
Okay.
And the 4-year-olds.
Okay.
20-something of them, and it was fun.
Yeah.
We colored. We made robots, circles and squares.
Have your hands full?
Oh, it was great. I love it. It was a lot of fun. And we shot one of those Good Morning things from Channel 5.
Oh, no kidding.
We're going to try and get it on the morning news. We'll see what happens. I don't know.
That'd be really fun.
Yeah. But one of the things we're very, very proud of is our affiliation here with a great organization in the city of Boston. Many years ago, about 30 years ago, there were sections of the city that were kind of underdeveloped and kind of falling apart, the business districts around the city. And the then city councilor, Tom Menino, in our area, brought this program called Main Streets.
I love seeing their booth at the farmers market.
Yeah,
I always
they're
get
great.
so excited.
You know what's great about it is the turnover of people that are volunteering and being involved in it. As Rosendale grows and as people come and go and stuff, we get this new blood in there.
Yep.
and there's kind of a new group of people doing it now. In fact, they got a huge fundraiser coming up September 19th.
Okay.
Which is just around the corner.
Yeah, it's this Saturday.
This Saturday. And what it is there's going to be live music, there's going to be dancing, there's going to be lots of food, there's going to be all kinds of people getting to know your neighbors and what have you. You can get tickets at the 2A Current Street at the office there.
Okay.
Or if you go online to the Main Street's, Rosendale Village Main Street's website. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be doing a lot of different things there. So please go and check it out and come and help, because this Main Street organization is our main supporter here at BNN.
Oh yeah.
They keep us on the air, and we're very, very proud of the work that we do with them. They help develop business districts around the city. It's a three-prong of operation. They have a promotions committee which invites everybody down, puts on farmers markets and different activities and different things going on to bring people down to the business district to see what's going on. Then they also have this design committee that helps the businesses once they get into the new storefronts to design their signage and put their businesses in the right kind of visual thing.
Make it look appealing to the community.
To people, make people want to come in. And they do it with a historic eye to the thing. So it's not like they're just going to start changing the structure of the buildings or anything like that. They want to keep things historically preserved. And then there's the economic development segment, which works with the property owners more. And what they do is they kind of work with getting the right kind of demographic information to them so they'll know what kind of business to put down in the storefront. But when you're at the farmers market, or if you're at any of these Main Street events and you see someone in a Main Street t-shirt, please thank them for Val and I. Please for their support and their great work. 30 years they've been doing it.
And the promotions committee.
Right, they're the ones that put on the farmers market and all those kind of things. So we're very happy about what they do, and thank them very, very much.
Yes.
The other thing we like to talk about is this amazing building we're in, BNN-TV, Boston Neighborhood Network. This is here for you. This station you're watching right now, Channel 9, is the news and information station. And this is where you'd come if you had a nonprofit and you wanted to talk about your mission statement, you wanted to get people involved in what you were doing. You'd come here and you'd do a program. You'd invite guests to come on and talk about what your mission is and what have you. On live TV, people can call in and ask questions. And so you can get a dialogue going here. The other station on Channel 27, what they do is it's where you kind of do your own television production. So you'll take Final Cut Pro classes, you'll take different kinds of, well, listen, I'll tell you what, just take a break for a second, turn over to Channel 23 and check out what they're doing right now, just to get an idea of what the other station is up to. Why don't we do that for a second?
Hey, Billy. Hey, Pete. Billy, can you believe we're nearly done with our first season here at BNN? I know, that's incredible. Seems like we just signed up for that course just days ago. I know, it's crazy, Billy. Pete and the pals been going great, though. It's been lots of fun, Pete. That's true, Billy. Hey, listen, I heard they got all kinds of crazy things going on Channel 9. Channel 9, Billy? Yeah, you should check it out. There's Val and the crew. They do a great job. Check it out.
So that's what's going on over on Channel 23.
That was awesome.
The Emmy goes to. That was very good. But that's what Channel 23 is, where you can become a member, you sign up, and you take some great courses, some lighting and some sound courses, and you get to do your own programming, just like that was going on there.
Exactly.
That was fabulous.
That was spectacular.
And what you do is you go to BNN-TV.org and you click on Janice Williams or Jim Atwood's name, the great Jim Atwood. He has been here at BNN since black and white TV. Don't tell him I said that, please. But they have all the answers on what to do and how to get involved here. So the other thing that's exciting at that station is we're streaming live there right now. It's 20 past midnight in Paris. Hello, folks in Paris.
Hello,
Thank
Paris.
you for tuning in. It's great. But we do have people that are watching all over the place. So go there and do that, you know. I want to get to the show. What do you think?
I want to get to the show.
Okay, you're going to do a Val's View for us?
Got a good one.
That's great. Okay, listen, gang, you're watching BNN TV's It's All About Arts. My name is Glenn. Of course, this is Valerie. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes with Val. You don't go away, gang. We got a great show for you. We'll be right back.
Well, welcome back, everyone. Thank you for sticking with us through that nice little commercial ambient music break. So my name's Val. I have a great Val's View segment coming up for you today. We have some really great things going on in the next few weeks throughout Boston, as all the students return to the city and it starts to get not quite as sweltering hot out anymore. There's lots of activities. So first off, we have Parking Day Picnic, so a nice little play on park and parking, with social artists and writers. That's going on Friday, September 18th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's going on at the Cambridge parking meters all along Cambridge Street. So what Parking Day Picnic is, it's the mission of the Parking Day is to bring attention to the need for more urban open space and to generate a critical debate about how public space and allocating public space to more of the community is necessary and should be taken as a priority in the city. So there are going to be social artists and writers that are going to be hosting the day-long picnic. There's going to be featuring some amazing events and performances, poetry reading, musicians. There's going to be games, giveaways, lots of fun stuff for everyone. So everyone's going to be basically parking out along the meters, so make sure to bring your quarters. Feed the meters. Don't want to get a ticket. So make sure to check online for a map of the events and the different fun things that are going on along Cambridge Street, so you don't miss any of the good stuff. And you can just go whenever you want. It's free, so no excuses not to go. So second on our list, we have Arts and Drafts. So that's going on Friday, September 18th as well, from 5 to 9 p.m. It's going on at the Arsenal Center for the Arts in Watertown. So Arts and Drafts is a super fun event that combines music and delicious beverages and the chance to get creative. So who doesn't like having a nice hard cider or a cocktail and getting artsy and creative? So there's going to be all of the beautiful grounds on the Arsenal Center for the Arts that you get to explore and be creative on. Beverages are going to be provided by Downey Cider and Airnaut Brewery. Tickets will be available at the event, but do remember it is 21 plus, so definitely go head on down and check that out. It'll be a really fun Friday night activity, or date night even maybe. And third on our list, we have Classics on the Common. So that's going on Friday, September 25th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. The movie will start around dusk. They're going to be showing Back to the Future. So really good classic that you don't want to miss. I actually think they're showing another one this Friday, the 18th as well. They're going to be showing the Goonies. So it's going on at the Frog Pond on Boston Common. It's a great, fun new activity that Mayor Marty Walsh introduced into the community to sort of bring everyone together and just enjoy the last few days of summer before it starts getting too chilly. So bring your blanket, bring your hot cider or hot cocoa and some popcorn and sit out with the family and enjoy some old classic movies. It's free, so anyone can come, and it'll be a great time for everyone. So those were the great things that we have going on in the next few weeks over in Boston and around the area. Definitely check some of them out if you get the chance to. I know it's pretty hectic for everyone, especially now that school's back in session. So I know Glenn's pretty busy with Sacred Hearts and all his art students. But without further ado, we have an incredible photographer in this studio today, and she's out there in the BNN gallery showing some of her work. So I'm going to shoot it over to Glenn so we can see some of her wonderful pieces and meet the artist herself. Over to you, Glenn.
Well, thank you, Val. I really appreciate that. Great Val's View as usual. Well, here we are. We're out here live in the BNN gallery right now with a great enthusiastic crowd. Everybody say hello. Yeah, see that? See that? This is what we do out here. This is one of the things, one of the functions we're doing here at BNN is we're bringing art into this great facility here at 3025 Washington Street, our home, and you're more than welcome to come by and check it out anytime. I'm telling you, give Janice Williams a call or Jim Atwood at that BNN-TV.org website and let them know. But I got someone very special I'd like you to meet. It's Patti Lee. Hello, Patti. How are you?
I'm excellent. How are you?
What a great turnout. Look at this. Isn't this fabulous?
This is fabulous.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Patti, this gallery is this showing this time is very, very special, and I want to tell you how many compliments we've gotten. Not only compliments, but the meaning behind this show is extraordinary. We're very, very happy and proud to have it hanging here at the BNN Gallery.
I want to thank you and your wife for giving me the awesome privilege and opportunity to share with the community and the community at large that are watching right now.
Right. Let's move down through it. Come on, gang. Let's go check it out. Let's take a walk down here. Right off the bat,
that's my dad.
We got Dad right here.
He is like the coolest guy, isn't he? This is a self-portrait in front of the John Hancock.
So this is a photograph he's taken of himself.
Yes.
And he's the main photographer of this show, right?
Yes, he is.
What kind of? It seems like there's a lot of community work here. I know that we have some of the work on the drive in at the studio. So if you want to go through some of those, we can.
Yes.
But what it is he did a lot of community shooting, right?
Yes, he did. He took shots of billboards showing the disparities in the community, alcoholism, tobacco, and lottery.
A real look at the community, right? Yeah,
And
that's
he also did a lot of landscape work, and he was a social worker. He was a case worker.
Oh,
he did
a busy
lot
man.
He was.
Why don't we move down through? Come on, guys. Let's move through this gallery and check it out a little bit.
Thank you.
I love this comparison here. It just shows the growth.
Yes, Boston has come a long way. Actually, the windows used to come out of the John Hancock.
I know they did, yes.
And I asked my mother, why can't we ever go? And she said, are you crazy? No, let's go.
Does anybody in the crowd here remember some of these scenes from the city? We got some old Bostonians back here, don't we? Yeah. Old Boston. No, this is one of the murals that's in the city. It's amazing how this has lasted as long as it has.
Yes. Actually, these are all taken from slides and positives that my father had, and I went to school to learn to develop them and print them this size.
Very nice.
Thank you.
They're beautiful.
Thank you, thank you.
Where else can people? Do you have a website and stuff?
I don't have a website.
We've got to work on that.
Yes, please help
I
me.
think it's important that people get to see this, because this is history. This is a history of a very defined section of Boston. I mean, someone was mentioning earlier about how the Orange Line is gone now, and they were being reminded by some of the photos in this show about how it was that time.
Right, the elevated track and how scary the turnaround Dudley
At
Street.
Dudley?
Right.
I called it the Rattler. I mean, that was the Rattler when I was...
Right, but it was reliable transportation compared to what we have right now.
Listen, gang, this is amazing. You know, it's great to have this kind of resource here. Patti, thank you so much. We're going to go inside and talk a little bit more, can we?
Great,
okay.
That's great.
Listen, gang, thank you for being here. Listen, make sure you give Janice Williams a go to www.bnntv.org. Click on Jim Atwood or Janice's name and get in here to see this. This is history right here. This is the way we've lived for a long time, especially those old Bostonians, right? Yeah, okay. Listen, gang, we're going to take a quick break, and then Patti and I are going to jump in with Val, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Thanks for being with us. We'll be right back. Well, welcome back, gang. Thanks an awful lot for hanging out with us. Listen, you know something? This show is going to be on our YouTube station and later on tonight or sometime tomorrow. So if you go to your YouTube station and put in your search engine, It's All About Arts and the number 1, you'll get to see this show and some of our past shows and some of the things that we've been doing. Also, please go to our Facebook page. There's not just information on that Facebook page about this program. There's information about all kinds of things going on. Val's View is always on there. You can also see Val's View in print form on the Boston paper. The whole inside page 1 is It's All About Arts and Artful Gift and of course, Art du Jour and Val. So, but right now, it's my great pleasure to welcome into the studio fellow producer and fine humanitarian and crazy girl. I'm lucky to have with us here Patti Lee. How are you? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it.
Glenn.
No problem.
Thank you, Val.
Thank you.
I really appreciate this.
It's our pleasure.
I really liked the way people were reacting out in the gallery towards some of the pictures that kind of brought a lot of these. I mean, it's a joke, we call them old, but we're all old Bostonians.
Right.
But to bring back the memories of some of the of the way the community was
Right.
a long time ago.
A long time ago, we had just the time to talk to each other, to see how we're doing,
Yeah.
to, just to stop.
Was it more relaxing? Was it a slower atmosphere? Do you
I think it was. Because now if you look on the streets in the same places,
Yeah.
you don't see people just stopping and to talk.
And chat.
Unfortunately.
I think what's changed is that these things we carry around in our back pockets.
Oh, I know.
And just we have that instant gratification. We have that instant communication with somebody at some point. We know everything right away. So there's, the stoop has been taken away from us.
That's true.
I think that line of communication like that. Well, let's talk about your dad.
Okay.
All right. What was his name?
His name is Elliot. A lot of people call him Sonny. He was born and raised in Roxbury, Mass. On Bauer Street. Just a beautiful human being.
He was more than a photographer, though.
He was.
I mean, he loved his community, and he was an activist, and he worked in many different facets of the community to better our community and to bring the participants of that community together. What were some of the things that Sonny was doing when he was with us?
He participated with a group of people to document the disparities in the marketing of alcohol, tobacco, and lottery through billboards, And so now I think a lot of laws are implemented where you can't have alcohol billboards up for
cigarettes.
Or cigarettes.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think that to his credit and to others too, I think that kind of push they made brought that to fruition. I think that's part of the reason why we're a safer looking community.
Right. Right. Yeah, I think images are very important to us, and those subliminal messages sometimes that we receive. And at that time, I think they were even giving out free cigarettes, unfortunately. So, him and a lot of different activists came out and just would take a stand against different things like this.
That's great. That's great. One of the photos that we didn't see is the old governor, Mike Dukakis.
Yes.
Is sitting with a group of gentlemen from the Roxbury area. I'm assuming.
Yes.
Is there a story behind that story?
I know that my father was commissioned by different people to take pictures, and I believe this was a part of the beginning of athletic money coming into the community, so there wouldn't be, I think there was a high violence like there is now.
Yeah.
So they were giving opportunities to the community other than...
I think one of the things that came out of that push was the great BNBL organization now that has spread out all over this amazing city. And it's kids playing basketball against kids from other neighborhoods and making new friends and connections.
Right.
And I think that's part of what was going on there.
I believe that is.
Now, do you do any photography yourself?
Yes, I do.
You do?
I do. And I haven't shared too much with the public, but I love portraiture. I love landscapes.
Yeah.
My father taught me. He always was taking pictures at inconvenient times when, you know, we have a burger in our mouth. We're taking a bath, and by the time I was 13, I asked him, I said, you know, I
You can
want to be
stop
behind.
taking
Yeah,
pictures.
I want to be behind the camera. I just can't take it anymore. So he taught me how to shoot with a Mamiya.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
great.
And we did a lot of landscapes, and he was just an awesome teacher.
That's great.
I love the before and after photos you had of how Boston's changed so much of your father's work next to your pieces out there. It's something else.
Thank you, thank you. I actually have showed that at the Harriet Tubman House or United South End
That's incredible.
Settlements.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And there's a show actually coming up in October there as well.
Oh, that's
And
wongderful.
I participate with
Oh,
the
you're going to
artists there.
keep us informed about that so that we
Okay.
can let people know what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, we can put it on
Now,
our Facebook page.
Please.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will.
Now, remember we talked about, because it's live TV, you can't tell a lie. Will you come? You're going to come back on our show and talk about your work, please.
Okay,
I
I
want to show your work.
definitely
I know
will.
that you don't show it as often as I think that you should, but I'd love to have you back and show some of your work.
Thank
Okay?
you, Glenn. Yes, okay, Glenn. Yes, I'm not lying.
You're still in the community.
Yes, I am.
And do you feel at some point that you're kind of keeping your father's work alive, obviously by showing it in venues like this and at the great Harriet Tubman House, but do you see through the lens kind of like your father did?
I think I do, and I think it's so important to show the humanity through the lens. Like what sparked his heart to take these pictures, and you know, some of them are very odd. Like one man is sleeping on two cars in the middle of winter. So, you know, what is he saying through this? And,
Right.
you know, not only to reminisce about what the South End was, but what is it now? You know, what is Roxbury? So I think it's very important for me to continue this work.
Well, I think that that's exactly what he's telling you, is to continue this work. Look, this is a book. If I can get you to zoom in on one of these. This book is dedicated to the young people of Boston, whose lives have been cut short by violence, including your
son.
beautiful son.
Thank you.
I know the inspiration behind this. I do know the inspiration behind this. Where can people get their hands on one of these? Because it's the beautiful work that has inspired.
Thank you.
This.
Thank you so much. You can contact me through email at Patti, P-A-T-T-I, leadtv@gmail.com.
And we're going to link that up to our website, so people just go to and click on your name, and it'll bring
Right.
it right up. There's some postcards.
Yes, I made
You're
some
really going out.
postcards. Yeah, I think it's just, you know, things that are that everybody will
Speaking of
use.
the old elevated, there's the old elevated now. I told them out there, the
Northampton.
Rattler. That's Northampton, isn't it?
That's Northampton Station.
They're
After
so
the creaking.
nostalgic. I love them. Beautiful.
Thank you.
I don't think you remember the Rattler. You don't remember the Orange Line.
I know.
Too young, huh?
Too young to get
young.
it. But I took it every day. I went to school in Cambridge.
Okay.
High school in Cambridge, and I got on that from 1969 to 1974 and rode that over there every single day back and forth. You're right about it going through Roxbury.
Right.
At a tilt. You'd always kind of lean the other way to make sure. It never fell off the tracks,
never did.
but you didn't want to be the first.
Right.
We have a lot of students that watch this show. I'm assuming that when your dad was shooting, he was shooting in analog format.
Yes, he was.
Are you still, or have you grown? Have you
No, I'm into
jumped to
the
the
digital
digital?
era.
It's such a different format
is.
and medium. did you shoot analog too when you
Yes.
got started? I'm sure when you were working
Yes.
with your dad, you did.
Yes,
Yeah.
he had his own dark room. I still have his equipment.
Yeah.
Shame on me for not pulling it out and using it.
Yeah, well, you'll get there. You'll get there at some point.
I hope so.
What kind of equipment are you using these days? People would like to know what Patti's shooting.
I have a Canon, I think it's a 707 or 7000. I have a Nikon 9D. I like Nikon as well.
Nikon's a nice, Canon's pretty good too.
Canon is really, I haven't put it down yet.
Because you're traveling through the community so much, do you carry a point and shoot with you?
I have one.
You do. So you always have something, because you never know what you're going to come across, do you?
You don't. And you know what? But with the modern technology and the phones
I
now,
know, I know.
sometimes I get lazy to pull out a big camera. And I don't want to get jumped now.
Oh, no one's going to take your camera away from you.
I shouldn't say that. We're live.
I told you we're live. The mayor's going to know.
Oops.
No, but you know, hey, that's the way we live today. You do have to
Right.
be careful, and you'd be
Right.
crazy not to be careful. Come on.
Right.
When you do take some shots and when you get back to your computer and upload them, what is that shot you're looking for? Is it the guy on the cars? Is it the guy sitting in the stoop in the doorway? Is it the family smiling at each other? I know you love to do landscape work, but that personal people thing.
I really like family. The intimacy between fathers and their children, because what we're seeing now with the pipeline to prison,
Yeah.
you know, so to see rarities like that, I love to shoot things like
I think it's so important to shed a positive light on the many positive male models and male representatives that we have in this community. I mean, too many times we hear, oh, it's just, you know, there's kids without fathers, but
Right.
there are lots of fathers out there
Right.
that are raising their children in a structured family, and that we don't get a chance to talk about that as often as
Right.
we think, and I think that's a shame.
right.
So I commend you for looking for that. And you find it, don't you?
Yes,
It's
I
not
do.
like it's that much a rarity.
No, it isn't a rarity, and it's beautiful to see how, you know, children can grow up in a wholesome environment and have their fathers, and
Yeah.
it's beautiful to me. I love that.
That's great. I want to thank you, Patti,
Thank
for being
you.
here. This has been like I told you out in the gallery. Everybody that has walked down that hallway and seen this work has had some reaction, has had a nostalgic reaction to it, and I think that I want to get one of those books. I think.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Woo. Excellent.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for giving me the opportunity to share with.
You got a show too. You're going to be starting up in October, right?
Yes,
I'm not going to
yes.
ask you what it's about because I understand
Okay.
it's going to be a surprise, right? We're gonna-
Yes.
To a lot of us, right?
Right. Oh, my goodness. Maybe even to myself.
Well, thank you very much for being here with us. It's
Thank
always our pleasure and honor. Val, any plans?
Yes, I'm actually volunteering with the BCA this weekend.
Oh, very nice. What's happening there?
They're doing an art event with the kids.
You get involved in all these things.
I like to be in the community.
Yeah.
I like to do stuff with peeps.
Yeah, that's good. Well, well, you're getting around because people are recognizing you, and that's kind of fun to be, you know, oh, I've seen you someplace.
It was
Before.
exciting.
Fun.
You get that too, don't you?
Me, no, I'm not that excited.
Please.
We're gonna
This is
change. We're gonna
amazing.
change that.
Okay, glad.
We need some
Okay.
excitement in our lives.
Your
That's
work is
right.
very inspiring.
Thank
it's
you
very
so
beautiful.
much.
Listen, gang, thanks an awful lot for being here with us. This has been a lot of fun. The Greek program is on next. Make sure you stay tuned for that. It's always a lot of fun to see what those cats are up to.
Yes.
We've missed them. They haven't been around for a little couple of months, and it'd be good to say hello to them. Val, good luck at the
BCA.
Oh, the BCA. Yeah.
BCA.
On
Please have
Saturday.
fun. Any plans you got coming up? Any shoots you're gonna go? You're gonna leave here and do some
I'm gonna leave here and just hit the road, go home.
the road and go home. Listen, gang, thanks an awful lot for being here with us. We really appreciate it. Get out there and do something artful for yourself, please. Look around your community and find something beautiful about it. Find something that needs change and record it, because that's exactly what Patti's done. She's making a difference here in our community, and we're proud of her for that.
Thank you.
But like I like to say every week, please, I can't wait till I don't have to say this, but keep in the forefront of your minds our mothers, fathers, sons and daughters, aunts and uncles, nieces and nephews on foreign soil. Please do something artful for them. Keep them in your prayers and your wishes, and we'll see you next week, right?
Right?
Okay, gang. Bye-bye now.
Bye.